Welcome to this new episode of The Disabled Life. The purpose of this podcast is to tell people how I live my life. The name I'm using on the podcast now is The Disabled Guy, because I felt that you needed to hear something as opposed to just my voice there. I'm a disabled male living in Florida with cerebral palsy. I'm here to tell you how I live my life and some of the volunteer work that I do and how I managed to do it with cerebral palsy. Without further ado, let's go into the episode. Here I am at 9:58 p.m. on a Thursday evening to put on an episode for you guys. That'll go out Saturday. That'll post Saturday. Now let's get into the episode. What I'm going to talk about today is something a little bit annoying to me because some things I don't understand how this worked out. For those of you that follow me and have listened to me in the past, I remember that I put out an episode about a bill excuse me, that I was paying for on a payment plan because it was too expensive and Medicare didn't pay only but $2 of it. Okay, so I paid, I set up a payment plan and I did this and I paid off the bill. But one day, one of the first times I called in for some reason. I was gonna wait until I got the first bill. Oh, but one of the representatives mistakenly told me to go ahead and pay early. So I paid it. It showed credit and whatever. So I paid it on. So the first bill I got was the second payment. So I kept doing this, and I kept seeing it go down, and total was going down. And all of a sudden, a week ago, I don't see it. My mom comes in and tells me, hey, there's another Quest bill, but it still showed that I owed another $37 and change. I'm like, that's not possible because everything was posted. He kept saying payment posted. So I call. So I said, wait. She was about to freak out. And I said, wait a minute. So I called Quest, got to the payment place, and it said that it finally said that it was a zero, that I owe zero on the bill. But here's one thing I don't like about this, that they don't handle their own bills. It's an outside agency that actually handles their bill, the payment processing and all the billing questions get handled by one of those people. I don't understand that. I don't like that because you're dealing with an outsider. It's so weird because so you're dealing with these people that I don't understand. It took me months and months to figure this out because I believe to this day that Medicare should have paid this bill. I shouldn't have to pay a blood test that was covered, but due to the medical coding situation, and I'm going to be honest with you this time, I'm normally not political on this podcast, but in this case I'm going to be a little bit political. I don't know who you voted for. I don't know who you voted for in the last election. I know who I voted for. But these Democrats that are in office now are screwing things up. And this started happening with this Democrat president here. So I'm normally not political, but God, this is terrible. And those of us that are disabled have to deal with this. Could you imagine people that have Down syndrome and are not mentally capable of handling these things? How difficult this would be for them. And I tell you, it's something that luckily I have cerebral palsy and I have another dual diagnosis, but that dual diagnosis does not affect my mental capacity to think or my mental capacity in any way at all. It helps. It just doesn't. It doesn't help or it doesn't hinder. But when it comes to thinking and processing and medical things, it's not something that I am hindered by. Some people think so, but I am not. It's something where I have to deal with this, but it's not something that I like. It's frustrating when I have to deal with something that I shouldn't because of medical insurance issues or Medicare issues and not wanting to pay for something. I've had to have bills resubmitted a number of times because they won't pay them, and they were saying you're missing a code and you're doing this and all. But no, that's not nice. I almost said a bad word there, but I do not want to. I want to keep my clean rating, and that's something that I'm proud of. But let me tell you, it is frustrating having to deal with these governmental people with these governmental bureaucrats that just push paper. I'm very annoyed. I'm glad I have the ability to deal with all that, but still, shouldn't have to. Insurance is there for a reason. Medicare is there for a reason. They're there to help you, not give you stress. It's something weird, because I don't feel. I feel that. Sometimes we get talked down to by medical professionals, insurance people, and it's just difficult. Could you imagine having to resubmit paperwork and then having them only pay $2 off of a claim? Oh my God, no. And that I finally find out that I have to pay this bill. But man, I don't know, man. I don't understand why if there's a problem like that, why they don't go to this situation. So I appreciate having medical care in the United States here, but man, I don't know why this system is terrible. And let me say this, and but Medicaid's worse. I'm gonna be honest with you, because Medicare is a forced HMO, and forced HMOs are not something I'm comfortable with. I don't have an HMO. I have just regular Medicare Part A/B, and that's something that I choose to do because it's much more convenient medically for me to go with whatever doctor I want to go to. With that, in closing, let me say thank you for listening to this episode of The Disabled Life. You can follow me on the following platforms. You can follow me at Good Pods. You can leave comments, messages there. You can also follow me on Twitter at The Disabled Guy. And you can also listen to me on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify, and many others. Once again, thank you for listening, and I'll also give you my email. My email is Kilo Echo 4 Kilo Echo Yankee, or KECHO